Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Philomas and welcome to today's video. Today's video is yet again gonna be about The Sims 4. It's kind of like a part 2 of the last video, except this time it's just a save file overview. I got a few requests to talk about the families, the world, other CC that I use that I did not go over, and that's what I'm gonna showcase in today's video. So please like and subscribe. If you guys want to, check out my other channels, Sunblind Philomas, in the description, and enjoy this video. Before I'm really gonna go into families and stuff, I want to talk about what the point of this save file is. Basically, the whole lore behind the save file is that The Sims 2 and The Sims 4, since they're the same timeline, except Sims 4 is a parallel universe in like the Sims lore, the timeline of Sims 2 and the timeline of Sims 4 merged into what we have now. Something happened that caused them to merge. What happened, I'm not sure yet. At first I was like, maybe the disappearance of Valagoth could have something to do with this, maybe Strangerville and that whole story. But now with like the whole event of like time traveling, I'm like, wait, there's something in this I can use, you know? I'm navigating how I'm gonna implement all these Sims, because for example, the Spectre family, I added them in Strangerville here in this house. The time with Ravenwood, we got them again. How am I gonna do this, you know? Either with all of Spectre and Nervous Subject. I think I'm gonna keep it so that Sims either kind of merge or there are like two different Sims who are the same, you know? So we know the lore and we start off in Willow Creek. The first thing we see here, oh my god, I'm sorry if the names are not correct. I started this save file off in Dutch and I ended in English, so that's why some names are not correct. But the Goth family, we have Cassandra, Alexander, and the husband. But we see that Valagoth is missing, right? If we look in manage households, we can see Valagoth right here. The thing about Valagoth is she is an interesting character. In The Sims 4, she's just, you know, at home with her family. But in The Sims 2, we have two Valagoths. One from Strangetown and one from Pleasant View. So it's like, how am I gonna add two more Valagoths into The Sims 4 when we already have one? So it will be like 3 Valagoths. I was like, you know what, let me do this differently. And then we also have from The Sims 3 Valagoth, which I also added her just for extra lore. What I decided to do is that some Sims just merge together. The timeline chose to merge them together, and definitely with Valagoth, since she is already so mysterious, I thought like I should make her even more mysterious by just making one. Is this Sims 2 Valagoth? Is this Sims 4 Valagoth? If this is Sims 4 Valagoth, why is she not at home? Why is she also missing? You know, it adds layers. And then when you go to the alien world, I added Valagoth from The Sims 3. So it's like, why is this other Valagoth here too? Like, what's going on, you know? It really adds to the story, to the lore. Now, something else that I found really important was that I didn't want to fill all the houses or like do too much. The whole idea is basically that I use this save file, I add all the characters, all the connections, all the lore, all the objects, all the houses, and then I leave it the way it is. And every time I want to start a new save file, whatever it is, I use a copy of this one. So this is truly for me like my standard save file. This is what I want to see from The Sims 4 and all the lore. I guess I can go over every single family. We have the Caliente family, fully redesigned them. I do have the Sims 4 mother in here, even though in The Sims 2 she's not really existent. I just thought that, you know, I want to combine them, not make it only Sims 2. Again, I'm gonna change the names and stuff in the future. We have the Broke family. I'm gonna show off their house because I made the house myself, I think. It's very much inspired by Sims 2, obviously, but at the same time, it still feels very base game. I feel like, for example, this neighborhood, this house fits perfectly in the neighborhood, you know, very boxy, very flat. However, I did not use base game items. I'm kind of like hoping that if in the future anybody's gonna play with this save file, that they do have all the packs. If they don't, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's mostly detail, like this puddle of like dirt, or you know, the newspapers or the trash. Most of the stuff is base game, so you can play without the packs safely. Except for the Sims, I think. I'm pretty sure that I used things from different packs. The Pleasant family. I really like the Pleasant family that I made. Here is the house. I'm very, very, very proud of this house. It looks and feels a lot like Willow Creek. Like, you know, we have the kitchen, the living room, fireplace, bathroom. Here we have the parents' bedroom, and here's the sister's bedroom. I love this bedroom so much. The fact that I split it into like two themes. Again, I did use a lot of items from different packs, like this whole thing and a lot of the posters and clutter. Another addition that I added is here in the bathroom is a little window from the teenage pack, and I added this so my good sis Lilith could, you know, escape and sneak out with this little staircase. Here's a family. I'm not gonna go through all the outfits and stuff. As you can see, I'm using the hairs from the CC creator that I showed you guys in the last video. This outfit is from a kid, so I can make the base game version if you guys want to. I can definitely do that. If there's demand, trust, I can do it. Here's the land grab family. I didn't make too much changes with them, just her hair and I think his hair. And I made him less of a loser and more like the popular, you know, rich kids in high school. The next town that I really worked on is Strangerville. First, it has a Spectre family, Ophelia, Spectre, and Olive. Again, I'm stuck. I'm just so stuck because they uploaded them to the gallery in the past, but then I also added them with Life and Death. But I made this before Life and Death, so now I'm like, they're already in my game, so what should I do now? So this is their house. It's inspired by The Sims 2, but I still wanted to keep it in the style of Sims 4 Strangerville. We have a little graveyards. I think these are actual graves. Like below Nigmos is Ophelia's mother. Their house is like kind of raggedy, kind of broke. And I did connect a lot of families together. I feel like, wait, we have the Beaker family, we have the Nervous Subject, we have the Grunt family and their dead mom. Oopsie. The Smith family. I showed that in the previous video. When I kick out the existing families, they don't really leave Strangerville because of the mod that I showed you guys in the previous video. I think it was Home Regions. You kick out those townies, but they stay in your town. So if I now play with anybody in Strangerville, I will still see the old townies because they stay contained in their own world. So don't be afraid to like kick people out, you know. This I found really interesting. Furious family. There's 3 brothers who live together in The Sims 2. In the save file, I put them in Strangerville too, but they kind of know that something's wrong. Most people kind of lost their memory, or like because they merged, they have like mixed memories. So nobody really knows what's going on except them. They know something is wrong. So they immediately moved into this tiny house and they made this telescope thingy to look up into the sky because they think there's something going on with aliens, Bella Goth, and the mother plant from Strangerville. So you know, it's all connected, you know. But if you're really deep into the lore, you may know that The Sims 4 did add a new curious family member, which is Nova Curious. But the thing is, this is the daughter of Laszlo Curious. So there is an implication because she's a young adult and they're young adults. So she's like, why is my dad over there, like right in front of me? Why does he live right in front of me when he should be somewhere else? And so it adds this like mystery of like, she moved out of the house, she moved back, her dad is a young adult, so she's like, what's going on? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move her out of town into maybe like semi-shooting or something. But then she wants to check up on her dad, and then she sees that just young again, and she's like fully confused, like what's going on? And they talk about it, and that's how they kind of get their memories back, and they're like, something's not right. And then they go through this whole mystery of like trying to uncover what's really going on, why 2 timelines merged. So I think Nova Curious is probably like gonna be like one of the main characters in my save file. And then we have the Grunt family, kind of a messed up family if you ask me. I don't really like them. But the lore is confusing. I'm very much confused right now. Let's move on to all the custom content that I use. So, new day, new me. The first piece of custom content is a soft peach skin blend by Moki. I use this on every single sim and it is like my base. It's just an overlay, so it changes the skin, it makes it smoother. It like removes shadows, highlights and depth, so it's flat, it's soft, and that's what I use as a base. And then I just add a bunch of different skin details. I'm not gonna go over all of them, there is a lot. We have Miko Face Kit #1. There are multiple versions. If you want to check them out, go check them out. Every color represents a different part of the face, and you see how it just adds shadow. It either adds shadow or highlights on different parts of the face to just define it or change the face more. For example, the chin. Here's a more pointy, here more wide, here kind of, you know, like this. That's what skin details do, and I have a lot of them. They're a perfect way to shape the face more, so that's why I use the peach skin blend first as a base to make everything smooth, and then I kind of carve out the face with all these different skin details. Another really important skin detail are the skin tone tints by Krillender. These add undertones to your sim. We can see here Bella Goth. She has this like yellow olive undertone like she does in The Sims 2. We can see yellow, red, pink, orange, green, blue, or white or black. You might not see a big difference at first. Maybe a little bit, but it's pretty hard to see. You can change the intensity and it gets more yellow and more yellow and more yellow. So now when I take it off, you can already see a bigger difference, right? You can go very, very, very yellow. You can go very pink. Blue is a really interesting one. It makes your sim look very cool toned, like this, very cool toned. You can do more reddish. It just adds a lot of detail, I feel like, and it's a really underrated piece of custom content. But I found it very important to use this one for Bella Goth. The next important piece of custom content, and again, I use this for every single one of my sims, and it gives this Sims 2 look. It's really underrated. It's Lighting Overlay 2.0 by Josh CO. Here's Bella Goth without any shadow, and here she is with it has such a big difference, and it can be really subtle. Like for example, here, with and without. Like it's actually crazy how much of a difference this makes. You can change the intensity. I usually do the middle one. You can also change where the light is coming from. Here it's coming from above, here from below, the left, from the right. There are many different options. This changes the look of your sim so much. I would definitely recommend this. If you don't want too much custom content, I would highly suggest the shadows and this peach skin blend. Those are like the main two things that you're gonna need. The last piece of custom content are the beetle eyes by Squia. I don't know. Again, it's really subtle, but it makes such a difference. Here's before, here's after. It's like more, I don't know, like more colorful, less shine, more detail. The next three mods are really underrated and I would say really necessary. Two of these are by Lumia, and that is the no blue mod and the no glow mod. These are both lighting mods, so they change how lighting works in The Sims. This is what The Sims normally looks like. When it's dark, it looks blue. The mod removes that blue tone and makes it actually dark. Like I cannot live without it anymore. When I don't have this mod, everything just looks blue and really weird. This one is a necessity. This one, like I have to have this one. And no glow kind of does the same. Your sims look brighter when the lights are on. Without the mod, when it's, you know, when the lights are on, your sims still look dark and like kind of faded. With this mod, it makes your sims light up and more vibrant. And other times your sims might be too overlit, like there's too much light. This mod fixes that too. Just adds this balance of, you know, enough light, enough dark, not too much blue, not too much, you know, darkness. It just makes the game a million times prettier. The last mod I want to show you guys, and this one is a little bit more complicated, is the sunblind mod by Softer Haze. The reason why this is more complicated is it's not just a normal mod that you have to put in your mods folder. You have to go into your game files, like your actual game files, and change every folder for every world. It looks complicated. If you just follow the instructions, it's very easy, goes very smooth. It makes your game stunning, actually stunning. Like also it might look very pink or like purplish. That's just the sunrise and the sunset. That's also why I love it. It looks so like realistic, like a purple, pinkish sunset or sunrise. It's just so beautiful. This is a perfect comparison. 5 AM sunrise. This is what it normally looks like in game. This is with the mod. It makes it kind of more pink, more vibrant, more colorful. I love it. I love it. I do. Here default lighting 1 PM, normal game, and here with sunblind. It might look very subtle. It is subtle, definitely just during the day, but it makes it, again, like I said a million times, brighter, more colorful, more vibrant, more beautiful. And you can find plenty of tutorials on how to install this mod. Okay, back to Past Me. I'm gonna link all the mods in the description, obviously. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you guys want to. Check out my other videos. Again, check out my second channel, Simfileshare. And again, thank you for watching, and